In 2016, a woman in a coma heard doctors about to turn off her life support, so she started speaking. When doctors told him that his wife couldn't be saved, one husband made the heartbreaking decision to turn off her life support machine. And before the inevitable, her family crowded round her bedside to express their love, most likely believing that she would never again respond to their words. Eventually, though, she found it within herself to make herself heard. That woman was Lyndee Pellettiere-Swapp, from Phoenix, Arizona. She lives with her husband and has two grown-up children called Amanda and Stephen. And, together, they were an extremely close-knit family. In fact, Lyndee often used her Facebook page to profess her love for her family. She posted numerous photos of them online, for instance. In addition, her page description read, "Family means all. You are blessed to have our family backing." But in February 2016, the Pellettiere-Swapps had to come together in the most testing of circumstances. That was because, during that month, Stephen found his mom unconscious. And what happened next would have been a trial for even the closest of families. To wit, after Stephen dialed 911, paramedics rushed Lyndee to hospital. It was there, however, that she slipped into a coma. And, to make things even more worrying, doctors would go on to tell her family that there was no treatment they could offer to help revive her. However, the Pellettiere-Swapps refused to give up on Lyndee. For 12 days, in fact, they sat by her bedside hoping and praying for a miracle. Throughout this time, her husband spoke to her, willing her to fight on. But, after that period, Lyndee's condition hadn't improved, leaving her family with a heartbreaking decision to be made. And that decision was guided by Lyndee herself. In the event of her death, the wife and mom had said that she wanted to make her organs available for donation. To ensure that they'd be suitable for transplant purposes, then, her loved ones concluded that they should turn off her life support machine. Before that agonizing moment, though, the Pellettiere-Swapps began saying goodbye to their beloved mother, wife, and aunt, each spending time sitting with her and telling her what she meant to them. Little did they know, however, that she could hear every single word. "I remember people talking to me," she explained to KPHO in March 2016. "I remember when people came to visit, my niece reading to me." However, she had no way of communicating with her loved ones to let them know that she was aware of what they were saying to her. All she could do, then, was listen as her family said their final farewells, and the medical professionals informed them what would happen next. "Doctors told my family that I would start to make noises when they turned off life support," Lyndee revealed. "It was very agitating. I couldn't move. I couldn't talk, couldn't respond," she also recalled to KPHO. "I remember a doctor opening my eyes, messing with me, and telling my family I was not reacting." And if Lyndee couldn't communicate to medical staff, the likelihood was they would turn the machine keeping her alive off. So she tried with all her might to speak out loud. Then, finally, she managed to utter 3 spine-tingling words. "In my head it was very clear what I was saying, but it wasn't to them," Lyndee said to KPHO. "I was finally able to get out, 'I'm a fighter,' which is what my husband was whispering in my ear. He said, 'I need you to fight.'" Against all the odds, Lyndee was out of her coma and able to communicate. However, not all her family members had been present for her breakthrough moment. Her daughter Amanda, for example, had to wait until the following day to see her mom again, and the reunion was an emotional one. Indeed, seeing her mom talking once again was somewhat of a miracle for Amanda. "I looked at her, and she just says, 'Hi,' and I just fell to my knees," she told KPHO. "I told her, 'I thought you had been gone for 12 hours. It seemed, then, that Lyndee had been given a second chance at life, and her family couldn't have been more thankful for it. I don't take for granted that I get to come home and kiss my mom," Stephen explained to KPHO. "Every day I come home from work, seeing her and talking to her." From that day forward, in fact, the Pellettiere-Swapps have reflected on how lucky they were. Indeed, they now know firsthand just how life can change in the blink of an eye. And as a consequence of Lyndee's incredible recovery, the family are closer than ever before. What's more, they've learned some valuable lessons along the way. And in his interview with KPHO, Stephen would go on to advise other families, saying, "Everything can be taken away. You can wake up one day and everything is fine, and then your life is a mess." He added, "Keep your family close and don't let them go." Meanwhile, After Lyndee's astonishing new lease of life, she understandably found herself the center of attention. In addition, she soon got used to people describing her rehabilitation as a gift from above. "I don't consider it a miracle, but everybody else, that's how they reference it," she revealed to KPHO. In fact, Lyndee herself just wants her experience to provide hope for other families with unresponsive loved ones. "Just because you are not conscious does not mean you cannot hear," she said. "So, you should talk to your loved ones if you are in that situation. They hear you."